Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ozarks Live. We're at a different location today.
We are. This is the home of the Willard Tigers.
The Willard Tigers,
right there
yes.
behind
We're
us.
at Willard High School for week 2 of our Ozarks Live First and 10 Football Fridays. We're so excited to be doing this. We'll be at other area high schools as the weeks go on, but today it's all about Willard, and I'm pumped to be here personally. I can say I've not ventured out to Willard much, so I'm going to learn a lot today. Hopefully learn a lot about the school and what's going on.
It's a great
here.
town.
Yeah, exactly. Also, we want to give a quick shout out. So we have 2 sponsors that are working with us each week on this show. So I want to give a huge shout out to Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair, as well as Heritage Tractor. Great companies, check them out. Like I said, sponsoring our shows this entire Ozarks Live First and 10 Friday schedule. So yes, also, as we've kind of been mentioning, you know, our sports guys, Dan Lucy, Chris Penson, do a great job of doing all kinds of coverage for area high schools throughout the football season. So think of us as kind of like the prelims or the pregame or the tailgate or whatever.
We're first and 15.
Yes, there you go. Yes, to the Color 10 Sports First and 10 that you'll see later this evening. Just love doing this, love the work that they do, and they're so helpful with this too, because in a lot of ways we're kind of like the rookies with this. You know, we don't really keep up with the high school football, so to have their kind of, I guess, expertise on all this has been very helpful.
Except when you're talking about the Ozarks, Friday nights during high school football season, those are some of the most exciting nights of the year.
That's true.
Whole communities get together. I mean, it's for real.
Yeah.
For every one of those guys out there, everybody in the stands, it's the real deal.
Well, and that's the beauty of community, right? Is like you want something to root for and someone to cheer on. And so football's the best way to do that here in the fall. And we're going to see that exemplified right here tonight at Willard High School. All right, well, let's get into it. Our first guest is the activities director for Willard High School. So Colt, come on in. This is Colt Blair. Colt, how are you?
Great, thanks for having me on.
Yes,
thanks for joining us.
All right, so you're the activities director. So tell us a little bit about your role here at Willard.
So I kind of do a little bit of everything. You know, activities are a big part of it as well. So band, speech and debate, scholar bowl, you know, cheer, dance, who we call the Tigerettes, soccer, golf, all of it falls under my purview, and we've just got great coaches that make my job a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I would imagine you have to have great coaches. You're the focal point of this, but you have to feed all of these people.
Yeah, you know, this is cliche, but you don't want to make it about yourself, and so we don't do that. But our coaches are fantastic, and they just do a great job with our kids and making it about being better people in life. You know, obviously we want to win and be better every week, but being better in life is one of our main goals.
Yeah, well, and the relational aspect there that you speak of, like coaches can be huge mentors and huge positive impacts on a lot of these players, right? So I imagine that relationship is very important to you all.
It is very important. You know, our coaches spend probably as much or not more time than some of the kids do with their parents, and they spend more time with these kids more than their own families. So it's great. It's good to have great people in those roles, because if not, this thing's not doable.
Yeah.
But it sounds very much like, you know, you're talking about there's the football team, the basketball team, but you have a whole team of people that work with you in order to facilitate different things with all the other teams. It's continual team effort is what it sounds like.
Oh, for sure. You know, it got all the way from the top, our superintendents, you know, our grounds crew was out here this morning making sure everything was just perfect. We've got our custodial service team that does a great job. I give a shout out to Andy Robinson. He's everywhere and does everything that you ask him to do. You know, we've got our, you talked about community earlier. We've got our community tailgate tonight, where we've got Chamber of Commerce coming out too.
Nice.
And there's just so many hands that are involved in making this thing work.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously we're in the fall semester right now. The new school year just started a few weeks ago. So tell us about kind of fall sports, fall activities, what people need to know scheduling wise.
Yeah, no, we're off and running. We hosted a few jamborees. This will be our first Friday night here at home. So we'll get that. Some of the key things we have coming up, we host a cross-country meet that'll be right across the street here on the 19th, so that's a big event for us. We also have the Lori Endicott volleyball tournament that'll be in October. So those are 2 of the big events coming up, and then everything in between. I think yesterday we had 4 activities going at once, and so it's nonstop all the way until we have a few weeks of dead week before we, before we get going in the winter.
Talk a little bit about the community at large too, because all that you do and the kids are able to do and stuff doesn't mean much if there's not the support and you know, the team of support that even funnels into these teams that you work with.
Yeah, no, we've got, our Board of Education does a great job of supporting our school and our kids and our staff. You know, you look at our community, we're a unique community. We have the town of Willard, which is kind of a small town, but we pull from the north part of Springfield. And so, you know, bridging that gap and making sure everybody feels a part of the team is a big deal.
Yeah, yeah. What's maybe your favorite part about kind of like fall semester here at Willard?
Oh man, so many things. I think the one thing that I enjoy most, and this is going to be cliche, but I really enjoy Friday nights. You know, I played football in high school, so it's kind of nostalgic at times. So those are some of my favorite things to do.
Well, yeah, I would have to agree with you there, because whether you played or not, Friday night, I don't care where you went, where I went to school in Indiana, that's an important night.
Yeah.
That is a time when the community really does get together, the school, the parents, everything's happening Friday night.
Yeah, you know, all the way from cheerleaders to dancers to players to parents. You're exactly right. It takes you back to a time when you were in high school.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the Friday night experience can't come together without all those groups that you just mentioned, right?
Correct. You know, I'll throw out too, you know, after the game's over, people don't see it, but last year our ROTC group cleaned up the stands. This year our ag group is going to do that, so they're giving back. It really is a total team and school and community effort.
Yeah.
One team, one community.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Colt, thank you so much for chatting with us. We appreciate it. Great job of everything you're doing out here at Willard, and we're excited to learn more. So stay right there.
Yeah.
And here's the deal, you guys.